So today we are going to learn how to analyze videos using n8n and Google automation. Right now we could use Google Gemini to look at different frames in a video and properly figure out what is information about them. And this is the n8n automation that we built, and I'm going to share in detail exactly how it works. Initially we are just going to run it out, and after that I'm going to go into every detail and run every node which is out there. So now I'm going to share my screen and show you exactly how it works. So initially, as a first step, you go and you submit on form submission, as you can see. Then you're looking at an HTTP request which is being created in the form submission. We can just choose a file right now. We can submit it. Once we submit this video, it makes an HTTP request. Then it goes out and waits, and then it goes further and makes another HTTP request which is going to Google Gemini, and then we are editing the fields which are out there. So this is how it works properly. Now we're just gonna see the video. So right now you can see the video of this waterfall. The water is falling down there, and if you have to find out what's the description of that, on the right side in the output you see that this is a tropical environment and the water is falling down. So Google Gemini is used for that, to automate all of that. So now first step, we're just going to create our own form submission. As you can see right now, we've submitted a form and we are just giving a title form. The title of the video of the form is video. Then we are adding description, so we're just creating simply a form. After that, we are adding different name, so different key values. Right now, we could select video, which is a file, obviously, because we want the video to upload, and we've set it up as a required field. This is the first step, which is the execute step. As you can see, required, choose file, so it's really proper. This field is required, obviously. So now we're going to upload one video, which is like, okay, and then you click on submit, and then the information goes and it passes there. And as you can see, once you do this, there's an output. The output is this video while we run only this one specific node. Now we're going to make an HTTP request. So we're going to look at this node, which is available easily. So there we're going to make a post request, obviously, and then we're going to set up credential type, how to authenticate, and we're using OAuth 2. This is really excellent because right now we're connecting with Google Gemini, and OAuth 2 is easy. So right now, if you want to see where the keys are coming from, we are in the AI Studio by Google. Here you can create a different key. I'm not going to share exactly which key do we have, but yeah, this is how you set up the whole authentication if you want to do it. So you want access to AI Studio from Google, and also inside their documentation you can exactly see all of this, how this happens. They have very clear documentation. Also inside the documentation you can look at what exactly URL you want to call. So here we are calling the generative language URL, which we are going to just paste here, and after that we are going to make a post request, as you can see. Also, while making this request, we want to set up certain type of headers, because when you're making an API request, you want to make sure that the parameters are correct. So here we have set up name and value, as you can see here. These are the things that we have kept in the header. Then on top of that, look at this with the -h, you've got other headers. We're going to also use these headers, and we're also going to add them inside n8n while we're making the HTTP request. So as you can see, copy pasted all of them in there. The name is in there. Then we are creating a value to it, assigning a specific value and what exactly it has to be. Content type, obviously it's going to be video, MP4, and then we've got MIME type. This is also really important, video MP4. This is send body, and then if you're sending any kind of content, we are selecting binary file from n8n. That's how it has to be here. These are all the settings that are coming from Google Gemini documentation that we shared. We're going to also share it inside the description if you're getting confused. So right now when we execute this step, we see everything is working properly. You've got different URL, you've got different hash, and the state is right now in processing. So right now it's looking at the video and processing it. Obviously it takes a certain level of time because n8n and also API requests take a lot of time. AI has to analyze the whole video. So that's why we are also going to add a certain level of wait here, because these are taking a lot of time. So we took the node, which is the wait node, and we are adding 5 seconds right now in there. So right now, as you can see, it takes 5 seconds to actually launch this if you're executing this workflow or the specific nodes And after that, now we are going to run another HTTP request. This is again, we are going to Google Gemini and we are making a post request, as you can see. And there we have to take another URL, the generated content. So right now we analyze the video and then we want to generate specific content, and that's the URL that we're going to use. Only once we have the information we can go further and we can start generating the content. So that's the URL that we used. Yeah, so as you can see right now we are adding it, then we are setting up generic credential type, and then you can select auth type or auth 2. We already went through how to create these credentials. As you know, you go to AI Studio and you get the API key, and now we've got all of this information. Send headers, these are all settings which are already specified. As you can see, these are the parameters, this is the content, this is the request, application type. You have to mention what is the data that the API is going to access, so all of that information is there. And right now for us, this is application /JSON. We're selecting JSON and we are inputting exactly the kind of JSON that we want. This is the JSON. If you click on it further, this is how it looks like. And yeah, you can just add file URL inside this JSON. So yeah, JSON file URL is already there, and then MIME type is already there, so you can drag and drop and add it inside there because you want to see the input and the output, and with drag and drop you could do it. And right now we're going to execute this step. So right now when you execute it, we see that there is already content which is being generated. So the video has been analyzed, and as the next step, text content has been created from the video. And now we are gonna use the edit field. Edit field node is also important because we're gonna take information from the JSON, extract it, and then show it. And this is now when you execute this step, when you take that text, this is the output that we are getting, this is the result. So yeah, we're gonna, just like you saw initially with the execution, that when you're executing, it's a form HTTP request, any video which is out there. Imagine you've got a video of a cat, you can upload it and it's going to tell you what kind of cat it is. It's going to tell you what the cat is doing. So it's really good, Google Gemini, to analyze any kind of videos. One thing which I want to mention, which I haven't mentioned, is that it's not completely analyzing different videos or the whole of video. It's just taking certain amount of frames. Obviously video is also just a combination of a lot of different frames. So if you want to go crazy, you can have thousands of different frames being analyzed, but because we want to reduce our API costs, we're just going to test this out with a few frames for this video. I hope you liked it. And I hope you liked it, and like and subscribe to this channel because we're coming up daily with a lot of videos on AI automation, and this is becoming the best AI automation channel out there. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.